The Springboks are set to take on Tonga in the last of their 2023 Rugby World Cup games pool this evening. As the hours inch ever so close to kick-off time, the atmosphere outside the Stade Vélodrome is reaching fever pitch. Newzroom Afrika sports editor Vaylen Kirtley, as well as our sports reporter Yolulwe Qoshe, are currently outside the stadium with some fans. Let's take a listen.
Thank you very much, Quena. Yes, so there's lots of wonderful vibes, and it actually feels like a South African home game here in Marseille. I literally have been able to count on both hands the amount of Tonga fans that I have seen walking past in the last 3 hours. It is going to feel like a Springbok home game inside that Stade Vélodrome. Locha and Tebogo are from South Africa, so tell me a little bit about yourselves. What brings you here to Marseille, other than, of course, the Springboks, but how's the trip to France been?
It's been amazing. 10 days of awesome fun, incredible experiences, wonderful cuisine. Of course, Sia, we are here for Sia and the boys.
What has it been like for you, Tebogo?
It's been amazing. We started off in Paris, we went to Bordeaux, Lyon, and now we are here in Marseille. So it's been really a fun festive we had.
Sure, so you guys are massive Springbok fans then?
We are. We are waiting for the finals and then we come back for that.
I'm coming back. The boys is gone. We're coming back. 20th October for the finals. We're coming back.
You guys are that confident that the Springboks will be able to do it?
1,000% yes.
Who's your favorite player?
Sia Kolisi.
Of course. Okay, so what's going to happen today? Because Andre Pollard has come into the team and there's lots expected of him from that kicking team.
I think kicking game has to be improved, of course, and we're excited to see Andre back, and we're excited to see at least a 30-40 point margin with lots of kicks in.
Okay, so what is your score prediction? 30-40 points for Locha. Tebogo, what's your score prediction?
All I know is double points, win with that, and we're good. Bonus points, that's it.
All right, okay, so bonus point win is exactly what we need in order to remain in the contest. South Africa have never lost 2 pool games, and in fact it doesn't, the stats are all in favor of South Africa. What have you made of the general hospitality here in France and the experience of a World Cup here in France? If you just think back to South Africa was supposed to host this World Cup.
I mean, you can't compare the years of home, right? But, I mean, you look at all of this and you think, wow, it's incredibly a wonderful experience. I think that they've done incredibly well to accommodate the transportation system, getting to the matches, the stadiums, epic proportions. It's been awesome.
Have you been impressed with how many South Africans have actually come out?
I was going to say, a lot of South Africans, actually not even from South Africa, right? We're meeting a lot of South Africans all over the world, so I think that's also incredible that we're seeing South Africans who are coming from different parts of the world coming to support.
And I mean, it speaks to what Mandela used to say, how sports brings people together. It doesn't matter where you come from, whether from South Africa, whether from the US, UK, whatever. All South Africans came here for the Springboks, for the boys, so it's amazing.
Guys, enjoy the game. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Locha and Tebogo coming all the way from South Africa to support the Springboks, and they are just 2 South Africans of a number of South Africans. They were estimating that 15,000 South Africans would make the trip to France, but Gwen, I can tell you now that I think that it's many more than that, because just having been here for 3 pool games, there are so many South Africans, not those expats that are perhaps living in London. Yes, there's been a lot of them that have made the shorter 1.5 hour flight to France, but many more coming all the way from South Africa and saying that they've been planning this trip for the last 4 years. I think Yolulwe has also got a couple of people with him. You've also caught up with a couple of former professional players, Yolulwe.
Yes, Vaylen. Very, very good afternoon or evening to South Africans. Let me bring in some of my South African fans here. Come in, guys, come in. Why are you being shy, Josiah? Come on. Hey, why are you being shy? So yes, we are still enjoying the vibe. Vaylen had her people. We just had a little bit of a substitution there doing what the bomb squad does. Let me come to you, sir. How have you found the atmosphere in Marseille so far?
So the atmosphere is great. It actually feels like we're in South Africa. So all the people here, it's just like you're actually in South Africa. It feels like you're walking around in Cape Town, all the people there, and just a great vibe.
So speaking about South Africa, we're here to watch the Springboks playing against Tonga. We know what they need a bonus point win. What are you expecting from the Springboks tonight?
It's going to be, first 20 minutes will be tough, but after that, it's going to be a running rugby for the Springboks, and they will definitely get a bonus point. And it will be, I think, Springboks by 40.
And Hodge Pollard coming back in straight out of injury. Do you feel like that's a risk, or do you think he's ready for this game?
It's going to be pressure, but I think he's a World Cup winner 2019, so he's crucial. Just for a little bit of confidence, so let's hope we get a full 80 minutes, and let's hope so.
All right, let me go to someone who knows all about the pressure. We're speaking about Josiah here, who played for the Southern Kings, who played for EP Kings as well. Josiah, when you're coming to a stadium with so many people, how do the players keep their minds focused on just the game itself?
I think each player as a professional, you have your routine and you just stick by that. I think once you've played so many games, it just becomes second nature to you. So I don't think the fans will have a lot of influence, but if anything, that's going to drive the guys to bring on the show.
We know you're on the wing for the Southern Kings. We know today Grant Williams will be playing on the wing, not naturally a winger. What are some of those intricacies that players coming onto the wing need to master before, being able to play on the wing and do it well?
I think probably the high ball is probably the key factor nowadays in this day and age. But I mean, Grant Williams has played at wing before, and he's a man of many talents. He's got wheels, as we've seen, and I'm sure he'll be able to influence the game and probably cross the line today. All
right, thank you so much for your time. We'll definitely catch up after the game to discuss how the winner want to bring back Vaylen now. Thank you guys for your time. Really, really appreciate it. And we're bringing back Vaylen. Vaylen, you heard what the South Africans had to say. South Africans saying they're feeling like home. We've also felt like home, having been back in our hotel seeing green and gold, and also a bit of green and gold here as well.
Certainly lots of green and gold, Yolulwe, and we're expecting a fantastic game. So the gates are going to be opening at 7 o'clock. That's when they'll officially open, and the streets that have been just full of South African supporters and a sprinkling of Tongan supporters will make their way to the seats here in Marseille. So it is a wonderful vibe here out on the streets. The sun is still shining. It is starting to get a little bit darker. We're anticipating the kickoff between South Africa and Tonga, and we're expecting a lot of tries. It is exactly the same backline, bar for Andre Pollard, that gave us a 12-try feast against Romania, and that's what we need. We need a big, not only bonus point victory, but also one with a lot of points if it does get down to determining points difference, which is only after the head-to-heads between three teams if they happen to end on the same amount of points. So lots to play for, and the Springboks say they are ready. Quena, it's back to you in the studio.